What will my tax settlement be? How much money can I save? What does it take to bring successful tax relief? It's always so good to see the team, always so good. The question that I hear most often is, what will my tax settlement be? How much money can I save? And in this unprecedented year, the IRS, the world's largest collection agency, has decided to become even more aggressive with their collections and their timelines. So, as a team, we know that it takes tax experts to bring successful tax settlements, the offering compromise, audit defenses, and IRS and the states are opening up literally thousands of audit defenses. And Montserrat, you're a champion at those. And then criminal tax defense. So in this year, and as we're moving forward, because you two are on the front lines working with the IRS, right on the front lines, representing our clients and taxpayers nationwide, what does it take to bring successful tax relief? And what is the IRS doing different that they were doing, say, a year ago? And what do you foresee them doing in 2021?
Thanks, Raquel. It's really great being with the team during this pandemic when we can't all be together in the office. What it's taking is a lot more tenacity on our part. The IRS has always been hard, but in the last few months since they've reopened, they are relentless, pushing to get extended hold times, to get clients' documents together, to be able to present the best case possible for even an installment agreement or a currently not collectible. It's no longer doable. And one thing I'm finding is that people, when they receive a notice that they owe a debt, they need to not call the IRS. They need to call someone like us immediately, because they shoot themselves in the foot and they shoot us in the foot. And I know Kelly has definitely already run across some new gimmicks by the IRS to get taxpayers to call in and establish their own resolution, which isn't really in their best interest. Do you want to show, Kelly, what you're coming across?
Yes, definitely. This is something new that honestly, it's probably within the last 3 or 4 months. So they send taxpayers a notice and they have a little scan code, a little bar to scan. And what happens is, obviously you can scan it and the taxpayer can see how much they owe, but the IRS wants you to get on an installment agreement then and there. And taxpayers don't know what they're doing. And most likely they'll get into a ridiculous installment agreement where, it'll put them in a worse situation. And then by the time they come to us, or even if there are clients now, they get themselves in an installment agreement and it makes it a lot more difficult.
It makes it almost impossible to undo what they've done.
Exactly.
Almost impossible.
I just had a consultation with a taxpayer who did exactly that because he wanted to take care of this himself. So what they did is the IRS put him on a $500 a month payment plan, which he could barely afford.
Wow.
It's gone up to $550. Now in January, he got notice it's going up to $750. Now his wife is about to, she's about due, she's expecting, and they're expecting a baby, I think the 3rd week of January. And he has to come up with that $750 plus the medical expenses. So he's calling and he's wanting to know, what can I do? What can I do?
What he can do is definitely hire a professional, a company that specializes in resolution, that has a strong team like we do, like Kelly and I, who not only know the standards, because you need to know what you're working with. And most taxpayers, they don't know. They don't know what to fight for. They don't know what to push hard with and what to back off. They don't know that they don't have to accept the first offer the IRS makes. They don't know that. And they don't know how far to go, but we do. And we're learning how much harder we have to go. Last night, I fought an hour and a half for a 2-week hold. Before I never, ever had to do that. That's what COVID has brought to the table. COVID has brought urgency. right, Kelly? Isn't that what you're
Oh
coming
yeah,
across?
definitely, exactly the same thing. The IRS does not want to give hold, well, not a long period, 30 days, which was the normal hold time, and now they're giving 5 days, and it's taking a lot of pressure from us to them so that they can grant us the 5 days or the 10-day hold. And then also with the taxpayers, when they end up contacting the IRS themselves, they feel the pressure from the IRS to get an installment agreement. And of course, the IRS wants their money. They don't care if you have a baby on the way or if they cut your hours due to COVID. They really don't care, and that's why, like Montserrat said, I'm going to reiterate that where a team like ours, where that's what we do. We do the resolution part where we know what to look for, we know what to ask for, we know what to fight for, and get these people out of these situations. Because I don't believe that the IRS is going to. I think it's going to be they're going to come after clients harder in the coming year, because they're already doing little things like this, and they're only going to pressure taxpayers into an installment agreement. They want their money, and I don't think that they're really open to negotiating as far as like offers, things of that nature. It may be, but I anticipate it taking longer for them to even review an offer.
Definitely not directly with the taxpayer, is what I'm hearing.
Right, no.
The taxpayer
no.
can't even...
Not at all.
Exactly. So the only thing the IRS is going to do is shove them into an installment agreement like this gentleman.
One they can't afford.
That's
An
right.
installment agreement they cannot afford, and they're pushing hard on minimal balances. We're used to clients who owe hundreds of thousands of dollars. A client that owes $11,000 is already in line for a revenue officer. I've never seen that before.
Exactly.
It's really being pushed hard, but the thing is, we've been pushing hard for years. That's what we're always known for, pushing hard at our office. That's what we do. We push hard and we fight for the client in any environment. This has been going on since the first market crash in 2009. We've seen this before, and it's coming back. So they need an experienced, team who's been through a few cycles.
Definitely. So,
this is definitely stronger.
So more than ever, this is what I truly believe, and I know, because I know what you two accomplish, and I hear the calls every day from desperate taxpayers, because they really are, that it is more important than ever that we reach as many taxpayers as possible, because they're in this horrible IRS debt in the States, and we can help them. Yes, it is harder. I know it's harder, and it's harder for them individually, but it's easier for them if they can come into our fold, and we will help them.
It's definitely easier if they come in right away instead of trying to do it themselves.
Right.
True.
Honestly, that seems to be the best strategy.
If I could ask one thing, what is the one powerful, positive message you want to send to taxpayers, Raquel? Kelly?
Times are difficult right now, and that there is help. There is light at the end of the tunnel, especially when you have a legal team like the one that we have. We do push and work for our clients. And it seems like a long process, and it seems like a lot of moving parts. And that's because it is, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. Definitely, there's hope.
Montserrat,
I would second that. Hope. No, definitely hope. Yeah. And each victory, no matter how small, is a victory, and we build and feed off of that energy and take it on to the next client. The IRS likes pushing you around. They like telling you what they can do, but we like telling them what they can do, and we know that they can do things. So that's what I'll leave it with.
Fantastic. So Montserrat, our principal attorney, love you. Kelly, our lead case manager, you guys are dynamite. So myself, just to say to everybody, anybody that we speak to, I speak to on a daily basis, there is hope. There is light at the tunnel, and we will bring it to you. So
Absolutely.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays,
Happy
everyone.
holidays. Oh, and if they have any questions, they should write it below.
Comment
Guys-
below.
Right below, any questions that they want answered, we're going to read them and answer them.